right there. As soon as he's out, the aid is there to check. Have a vesis. That is the immediately that we said, and this vesis that we say that she could check and see if she's chayav chatas or not. So in order to do this immediate check, it had to be. We have to say there's just a check of kinuach of a wife, but not a regular bedika that we know in chayrim v'sdakim. That kind of a check he can't do because that is too long, and that is already not considered a bedika that will tell us 100% that there was dam during biyan. There'll be chayav. So he goes back and says to him, okay, fine. So the question is not about doing a bedika b'chayrim v'sdakim that she can't do. Should she wipe herself immediately to see if there's dam? And Mimela, there'll be chayav chatos. Some say that exactly what was the question was a little bit different. So you're right, you can't do a bedika immediately, a full bedika in order to be chayav chatos because it's too long. The question was, does she have to check? And if they find it's a suffix, and they'll be chayav and asham talui and not a chatos. He said no, they shouldn't check. Says the Gemara, why not? Let them check. Big deal. It's the same story. They won't be together. They'll be bitul peri and it's also. We saw in the Mishnah that someone who is working in Taharas has to also check. She needs a bedika when she is with her husband. We'll see about also in the Gemara that aid of checking before Tashmish, that is an aid of tznuis. We just said in the Mishnah that this is something that has to be done, and you saying that it's only out tznius, it's not a chiyuv. Says you're right, it's tzrichos, you have to. And he's saying the lashon of tznuah is coming to tell us someone that does what chachamim tell him to do is considered tznuah. So if you do what you're supposed to do, you're tznuah. If you don't do what you're supposed to do, not big deal. You're not in tznuah. You're Russia. No, tznuah is shebot goy atzman lifnei tashmish ze and bot goy lifnei tashmish acher. V'she'enam tznuah is bot goy v'lo yichpas lahem. The tznuah is to use an aid once. Once they used it, they don't use it anymore because there is a slight change in the whiteness of it, and they're worried maybe the look will be a little bit different. So they don't. That's a tznius in it that they use it once and throw it away. The ones that are not tznius, they check, they see there's no blood, fine, they use it again. Gufa, Amav Zera, Amav Abba, Ambal Yimli, Amav Shmuel. Isha she'ein lo veses, a woman who does not have a veses kavua. She's not allowed to be with her husband until she checks to make sure that she doesn't have blood, because she doesn't have a vesis kavua. We don't know when she's going to see. Any second, any time. That's why before tashmish she has to check. En lo veses bayabdika, yesh lo veses loy bayabdika. What are you telling me? Only if she doesn't have a veses, that is when she has to check. But if she does have a vesis kavua, then she doesn't have to check. We just saw in our Mishnah that if she's busy with taharas, she does have to check. L'chorah we're talking about that she is busy with taharas. Amalei, no. Another difference. Yesh lo veses, if she has a vesis kavua. So eira by a bedika. If she's wide awake, she has to do a bedika. The different reasons what the difference is between awake and not awake. Awake, maybe she's roi to be dealing with taharas, that's why she has to check. Another reason is maybe because we want to go out of her way too much. So if she's wide awake, she could do it. But okay, so if she's asleep or not really fully asleep, but like half asleep, so if she has the veses kavua, she doesn't have to check. If she doesn't have a veses, yes. It's not for tyrus. It's not for tyrus. It's to be with her husband, but she's busy with tyrus. Okay, that's what we also do. We're talking about seconds with tyrus. Ein lo veses. If she doesn't have a veses kavua, ben yeshena b'abdika. If she doesn't have a vesses, she always have to check, even if she is half asleep, as they say. Amar Rabba, B'lei Malei. Yeah, we just asked that we saw in one place that Yesh Leveses needs a bdika and another place doesn't need. Why didn't he answer him? Yesh Leveses l'taharas b'abdika l'bayla lo b'abdika. Ein Leveses afilu l'bayla nami b'abdika. Why didn't he answer him? Simple. If she has the Veses kavua, she has to check only for taharas. She doesn't have to check for her husband. If she doesn't have to check, if she doesn't have a Veses kavua, she always have to check, even if she's with not for taharas. Says the Gemara, because he didn't answer him back this way. So we see from here that Shmuel holds a woman is always considered becheskas tahara, and she does not have to check herself for her husband, even if she doesn't have a veses kavua.
Otherwise, her husband won't be with her. Is that?
Yeah. Tanu Rabbanon. Chamorim, people who work with donkeys and take
donkey rides.
Not donkey rides, it's round and round for different cities, Upoy Alim and workers, Vehabayim Beis Ovel, Umi Beis Mishteh, and the ones who come back from Beis Ovel and Beis Mishteh to their house. Nesheim Lohem Becheskas Tahara, their wives are Becheskas Tahara, Ubayim B'Sheim Imayim, and they could be with their wives, Ben Yeshainos, Ben Eilos. Whether they're sleeping or awake, and the Mepharshim explain here, obviously we're not talking about that they are completely asleep because you're not supposed to be with your wife when she's completely asleep. We're talking about here that they left their wives before they left. The wife was b'cheskas tahara, so we say when they come back, they're still b'cheskas tahara. If they were tamei, they are still tamei until they tell her, the wife tells her husband that she is tahara.
What kind of tahara is this? When
What?
you know it's going to be...
No, obviously we're not talking about Zman Beses. We're not talking about Zman
Like a day
Beses.
later.
Why is it Dafka Chamorim?
I don't know. I tried looking that up also, I couldn't find what's
Not
special.
talking about that. 2 days.
What's special about all these workers?
They don't go far away, so they know.
That's what I'm saying.
Ah.
But if they're going
What's
for a
the
long
one?
time, then again you're dealing with Zman and Mephesis, yes.
I guess it's not talking about someone that goes away for a month.
No, but then you're dealing with...
Short donkey rides.
L'cha'ura, what I understood is it's the same idea as a base Avon and base Mishnah. Base Avon and base Mishnah.
So why are they traveling?
So we're talking about a week, and then we don't worry
How
about
does she have a
it.
cheskes tahara if it's a week?
They made it. She
We're talking about
left
that,
right when
not
it
as
started.
Mephesis.
Maybe, but
Let
it should
them
say
make
it's
fall.
only the first week. You can't make a
No,
blanket.
he's telling you obvious things. He's not
But we
telling
talk, it has to be that we talk about
it.
that she's not, it's not as
If he knows he's coming back and it's a shayah, then he can't. Has to be that it's right away.
It's not right away.
A week is
Why is it
even a week.
And what's the
Why is a
chiddush?
Chamor any person?
Yeah.
Why is a Chamor?
Because the chamar is the guy with makelon.
It's not Shimush of Chamar, it's like Shavuot or something.
Chamar will makelon.
No.
No, it's the guy that there's a special thing about chamar and Dafka.
That they're oinas once a week or something. And that's how often they come back, something like that. I don't remember. Okay. Says the Gemara, Veha Shmuel b'may mukim lo. What's he talking about? What case is this talking about that she is b'cheskas tahara?
Why did they make a point of saying about a guy goes to base Avon? Why
It's
did
a
they
week,
not?
that's what I said.
Because he went away for a week.
I guess.
Based on Mishnah, Shel Rachel. So he went to join the parties.
I guess. I don't know
No,
exactly.
there's no real connection between those things at all.
The only connection that I said is
7
the
days.
Chura, it's a week. Okay. Says the Gemara, Veha Shmuel b'may mukim lo. What is Shmuel talking about? What case is this talking about? If we're talking about that she has a veses, kasher eira. Why, if she's awake, she doesn't have to check? We just said that if she's awake, Shmuel says she has to check in any case. If she doesn't have a veses, kasher ben eira ben yeshena. Doesn't matter if she's awake or asleep, she has to check because we don't know when it's going to come. Says the Gemara, no. We're talking about Jadaveses. I says that he doesn't have to ask her, and she's b'cheskas tahara. The kevan should talk because he requested her for tashmish and l'chabdika d'layla mizu. We say that because he's requesting her for tashmish, her accepting it proves to us that she knows that she's tahara. And if she would know, or she would worry that she's not tahara, she would do a b'dika. Amalei papa l'rava. Ask her papa. Mahu leme'ebat kihomas nisa. If a woman is asleep, does she need either a bedika or a teviyah? Amalei Sudani loy. Talmid Chacham. Sudani is a lashon of Talmid Chacham. Go tell that to people today. Sudani is a lashon of Talmid Chacham. So he says to him, no, she does not have need to do a bedika. Why? The miganya be'apei. Because if he tells her to do a bedika, as soon as he comes home, she'll be misgana and he won't want to be with her. So she shouldn't. Amalei Ka'amna. Rav Kana said, I asked the wives of Rav Papa and Rav Huna ber Rav Yeshua, Ki also Rabbanon mi be'rav, when Rabbanon, when your husbands come back from yeshiva, do they tell you to do a bedika before Tashmish? And they said no, they weren't mechayev us to do a bedika. Says the Gemara, why did they have to ask the wives? Why didn't Rav Kahana ask directly Rav Papa and Rav Huna ber Rav Yeshua? Why do you have to ask their wives? Says the Gemara, Rav Kahana was worried that if he asks Rav Papa, he'll say no, you don't have to. But really, for himself, when he comes home, he was machmir. So he wanted to know what he himself holds for himself, not what he paskins for everybody else, what he holds for himself.
Put under his bed. He would have known.
Okay. Tana Rabbanon. This is a very interesting Gemara. Isha she'ein la veses. Okay? Listen up very closely. A woman who does not have a veses kavua.
Most women today.
What?
Most women.
Yes. Asura l'shamish. She is not allowed to be with her husband ever. Why? Because we always worried she's going to see. Is Mimela, this whole marriage.
Before.
What?
Before.
No, he holds you can't. We'll see. So according to this, she's usher to her husband. This kiddushin are considered a mekach tos. He has to divorce her. Ve'ein la like suba. He doesn't have to give a ksuba. Why? Because it's a mekach tos. Ve'loi peiros. The husband who ate the fruit of the nichtzei milug has to give her back all the peiros of the nichtzei milug that he ate. Ve'loi mezainos. He doesn't. If he goes overseas, you don't use his money to give her food. V'loi belois, if she got clothing from the wife when they got married, he doesn't give her the leftover clothing. V'yoytzi v'loi machzir olam yisdivu Rabbi Meir. He has to divorce her, and he's never allowed to marry her again. We'll see in the Gemara, obviously. Let's go back. Okay, so Rameir says no. Isha she'en leveses kavua is not a marriage. Rav Chanina ben Antigna Yisrael, he says no. Mishameshes b'shnei idim, hey nivuseha hen tikuneha. As we said before, she checks with two edim before and after, and it could be either something good, meaning finding everything's okay and everything's fine, or she finds dam either before or after. Mishum Abachanan amru, oy loy lebalo. I vei to her husband. We'll see in the Gemara in a second. What is this talking about? Says the Gemara, what we saw according to Rav Meir, Asura l'shamesh, why is she not allowed to be with her husband? Dilma mekalkelisly. We worried maybe she's going to see dam during bia, and then he is going to be over and isur bias nida. Be'ein like ksuba, he doesn't have to give her a ksuba when he divorces her. Kevan de lechazal bia like ksuba, because she's not roy to bia. He doesn't have to give her a ksuba. Veloy peiros, veloy mezainos, veloy blois. All these things are part of the t'nai of the ksuba. T'nai ksuba k'ksuba dami. It's part of the ksuba, and it's the same as a ksuba. As Mimela, if he doesn't have to give, he doesn't have to give a ksuba. He doesn't have to give back, or he does have to give back with the peiros.
He doesn't give.
Okay,
He doesn't give.
the peiros he does have to give back because he ate the toast. Yeah. The peiros. The whole reason that a husband could eat the peiros of nichtzei milug is because he's married.
Yeah.
If it's not a marriage and it's a mekach toast, he has to.
But she didn't disclose that she didn't have a fixed period.
Ein bal tzarich l'shalom la mashacham nichtzei milug shel mitzvah.
She doesn't have to.
Also the Paris. It does not have to.
Okay, I guess I saw something the other way around. Okay.
She's at fault here because she should have disclosed before the marriage that she doesn't have a fixed period.
So that's why he doesn't have to give her back
That's why
payers.
it's never.
So what's the chiddush?
He didn't disclose.
What's the chiddush? Even though it's not
Even
a
though
mekach
he
toast,
shouldn't
it
have
doesn't have to
gotten it,
give.
he
That's
doesn't have
why
to
it's
give it back.
like she didn't disclose.
כאן החידוש הוא שאף איש הזו
Part of the inquiry.
שהוא מגרש מפני שאין לו וסס אינו מקבל על סיספרס.
Okay.
That's a
Sorry,
punishment.
take it back. Lay Paris means he does not have to pay back the Paris because it's make those. Okay.
Not allowed to marry.
So it's not ksuba ksuba damu. The yoytziv lo yachzir lomis. He has to divorce her and never marry her again. What?
Like Suva Ksuva Damu.
These are all things of the
exactly
Tanai
what she
Ksuba.
says, what he said. No, that's exactly what. ואין אומרים שמאחר שאין משלם את כסובוס ומסבר שלו הייס יש למעולם ומשך לו יצטרך להחזיר. That's Rashi. You don't say that.
Okay.
We said this, no one will be able to
The
get
Tanai
married.
Ksuba means all the things that are the Tanai Ksuba are not mikuyim.
So he's not mechuyev to it.
That's right. Okay, so we said he has to divorce her and not lo yachzir lomis. Says the Gemara Pshita. Of course he can't remarry her. If she doesn't have a vesses kavua, we just said she can't marry. Says the Gemara, no, suddenly, I know she took the right pills, and now she has a vesses
Back in
kavua.
the game.
I would think he'd be mutter to remarry her. Kamash Malan, no. Why? The zimnin the azla umin we worried maybe she's going to go and remarry to someone else. Umitakna, and then she's going to have a vesses kavua. The first guy's going to say, Ilu hayisi yodeya shekachi. If I would know that she'd be okay after taking this medication, I wouldn't have divorced her. And then we worried maybe there'll be a laws, and you'd say I wouldn't have divorced her if I would have known. Is Mimela the kids would be mamzerim? Therefore we say he divorces her, and he's not allowed to remarry her forever.
No, who cares about
What
the
is this
Dibur?
Gibor saying? Who cares?
We've seen this in a few times in Shas, that we are worried that he would say, no, nothing to do with that. We worry that if something suddenly changes, he'll say, the
Gershon is not a good Gershon.
It was like a makeup toast, I wouldn't have done it.
Exactly.
But hold on a minute,
They
I
get
don't understand the whole
specifically
question.
on this thing.
Because we're saying, to this initial
Right.
wedding.
If he would have known, he wouldn't have done it. It didn't work.
Conditionally
So
too.
why,
No, you tell him it's over.
somebody else
Not
is
exactly.
Before, he can't come back later and say, had I known.
It's a makeup toast, I don't think it's the battle, the kedusha.
Can't bring her back.
Only someone else. Once you marry
The makeup toast that he divorced her, she's mechayev to divorce her, and she doesn't have to pay suba. It's still a kedusha, not batel.
I think she
Okay.
Shum Abba Chonon.
Mishum Abba Hanan Amru Oila Labayla. He said Oivei to her husband. Says the Gemara, what does this mean? Some say he's coming to Chaylek on Rabbi Meir. Rabbi Meir said that he doesn't have to give her a ksuba. Abba Hanan says, yes, he still has to give a ksuba. And why is it Oilai? Because he has to divorce her and he has to go and pay now the ksuba. Some say it the other way. They said it to Rav Chanina ben Antignes. Rav Chanina ben Antignes said that she checks before and after Tashmish. So he says, no, I wait to her husband, because even though she is Mishamish Be'edim, there is a chance that she'll be miskalkel and he'll see blood, and there's a chashash that he'll be Boyel Niddah. Amar Yudah Amar Shmuel Halacha Rav Chanina ben Antignes.
Can you slow down a bit?
No. Amar says Shmuel, Halacha is like Rav Chanina ben Antignes, that he doesn't have to divorce her, and she checks with Eidim. Says the Gemara, Ubemayim. What are we talking about? If we're talking about a woman who's busy with taharos, and that's what she also has to check for her husband, he said it already. He said that if she's not busy with taharos, you don't have to do a bedika. The Shmuel already said, sorry. That she's also to be mishamish until she checks. And when we say, what is this talking about? If she's busy with taharis, she has to check. But if she's not busy with taharis, she doesn't have to check. So what are we talking about? So the Gemara, first one Tana that says the din of Shmuel here didn't say the din of Shmuel in the other place, and therefore we bring it again.
How long did it take? 25 minutes?